KollinsPlays Feed the Beast Monster. Hey y'all Minecraft fans, it's Farmer Collins K. We got some more Feed the Beast. Hope you're ready for more. So last episode we left off with the turtle. We gotta set this guy up. So a turtle, to break melons, he needs any type of tool, and I just used a shovel because it only takes 1 diamond. So the first thing we gotta do is name him something so that way he'll remember his stuff when I log out. And then let's get him some fuel, and then so I revised the melon program I used last time. So he will suck from the chest below, place the melons above him, break them into melon slices, and place them in the chest in front of him. He's going to go right there on the left, right over here. And the last thing we need to do is make this work, which is now sometimes you can just download the Pastebin and call it the startup program, but this seems to be more programmatically correct to make the startup program run the particular program you want to run. That way, if I want to, not make it use that program, I just delete the startup program and I still have Melon 3 in memory. But it's kind of up to you how you want to do it. So save, exit, and now he should be good to go. So, and he's going to go into my my little item collector. So let's grab him. Is he already in here? That's Collins 1. There he is. Okay, digging turtle, we got him. He's good to go. It's a little leggy up here, I'll talk about that in a second. So, I should be able to pop him down. Looks like I didn't get my latest revision up on Pastebin. So it's a pretty simple script, but I'll link to Pastebin for it anyway. He's pretty much going to break melons until he doesn't have any more to break, and then he's going to dump all the melon slices into the input chest. He's going to town. We got sound mufflers, so it's not too bad. How many melon slices is that going to make? It's going to make a ton of biofuel. Awesome. It's only 1 seed for 1 melon slice, but either way. Oh, yeah. Okay. So he broke a whole stack. He'll only grab 1 stack. And there's a buffer chest with a stack already in there. So that's it. And we're back up here in Sky Power. And it is leggy as heck up here again. So I mentioned that I updated the logistics pipes. And when I updated logistics pipes, there was a thing that said it wasn't compatible with the version of thermal expansion I had if you set thermal expansion connect to true. So I set thermal expansion connect to false, but then my test racks wouldn't link up and provide power remotely. So then I had to upgrade thermal expansion, which is on 307, but this is only 305 because 307 doesn't work with logistics pipes. So it's kind of an upgrade nightmare. But we do have things going on, and it's working over here. And I expanded the lasers, and we got good old Buildcraft gates. So this gate, whenever there's anything, when I request a craft, it'll dump ingredients in the laser table. When the laser table has ingredients, it'll turn the redstone signal on, lights that up. And then I set up something over here with the bioreactors. So this hopper, when it has all 5 inventory slots full, it will, oh, look at all those melon slices, they're going to totally go in there. So the hopper is going to fill up the bioreactors using Ender IO down below. When the bioreactors get full and the hopper gets full, this gate will turn on, and that will turn the torch off, and that will make the bioreactors start working. Because right now the torch is on, it's lit up this redstone conduit, and the bioreactors are off. That way they only run when they have a whole bunch of stuff in them, and that gets me a whole lot of biofuel. So the biofuel thing is working out really well now. And then this thing here, I still have to... It's really... The planner, I'll cover the planner later, I'll mention it. There's some bugs in the planner. There's some bugs in a lot of stuff. But it got really leggy in here when I updated back to TE3. Oh yeah, he's chopping melons. Good job. So Melon Breaker and FlowerPower, both those guys work. And I will go over them, or I'll link the Pastebins for them. And you can use those guys. You basically just put a chest below them with the inventory that they need, put a chest in front of them with the inventory they can spit into, like my ender chest, and then one of them crafts flowers into dye, and then you feed that into your biofuel reactor. The one obviously breaks melons, and then you can get the melon seeds. We got the sprinklers back on. It didn't make much difference with it without the sprinkler, so I just put them back. Now we're getting more biofuel, which was my goal. My goal was to get biofuel. Anyway, enough of this farm stuff. So the other thing I moved was all the linking books. Are all pretty much gone except for one. There's still some work in progress stuff over here. But let's see, do you need to be reset? Oh, you look like you're running. Sweet. But yeah, all of the linking books are gone except for one. And it goes to World Spawn. And I was thinking, where am I going to put like a linking book room? Where's the best place to put it? Well, the best place to put it is right where I started out in the world. So there's my crafting table from episode 1. And I filled in the hole. And our little starter base is over there for now. And this biome over here, I haven't seen any blizz. I've seen snowman though, but we got a blizz in the safari net, so that's all good. So world spawn. One of the things with the waypoints, I figured this out. So if you go into, at least this is how it works with REI, but you can do it with any other one. When you add a waypoint, let's call this test. So when you add a waypoint, it shows up in your face right there. I mentioned that before. There's a couple ways to fix that. So if we go, let's delete this. So one way to fix that is you can just like dig down. So if I go down a little bit, and then I set my waypoint, then the waypoint is here. And now that waypoint's underground. Is you can just set your waypoint and then just go in here and change this, like lower it like 2, and that will lower the Y coordinate by 2, and that will put it underground. That way it's not in your face. But yeah, that's the way I set the waypoints underground. Let's take a little nap down here in our room. And we'll go over this thing. So I figured World Spawn was a good place to put like a linking book room. We got some decorations up here. This is inverted sky blocks from Open Blocks, which shows a picture of the sky, but it doesn't show the trees and stuff. But at least I know where the sun lives. And then that's our Open Blocks elevator. And then we got some glowstone illuminators. You fill an illuminator frame up with liquidified glowstone and you get that going. And then I got linking books. So the little glowstone thing, like the sun, is for Sky Island. Starter base is cobblestone. The little nether hub thing is netherrack. And then this is our Mistcraft mining world. And then this is that other Mistcraft world that has the nether thing in it. So we got nether brick for that. And then I'm going to set up the end. I didn't want to do one to the end portal room. I'll just do one in the actual end when we get it. I'll make a book. But we haven't actually gone to the end yet. And then this is a village highlighter from Open Blocks, which is actually a really cool little tool. You place it in a village and it shows you basically where the boundaries of the village are. But it made a good decoration to put the lectern on for Pimp My Village, Village 1. That'll take us to Village 1. So now we got everything combined over there. And then I went ahead and set up logistics pipes on the test rack. This is why I love logistics pipes. So there's a basic logistics pipe behind here, and there's a whole bunch of stuff. And it feeds paper into the little book binder, the writing desk. What? Unnamed writing desk. Okay. It feeds paper automatically into the writing desk. I couldn't get it to feed ink files. I couldn't get it to eject empty vials. But that's pretty easy because we got our input chest there, so I can just take the empty vials and throw them in here. The ink mixer, it will stock it with ink files. So if I need an ink file, I can just take one out of here and stick it down below, and it'll go in there. And then that one had only one, and it filled it back up with 2. So this keeps 2 ink files and 3 paper in there all the time. This always keeps 3 leather in the book binder. And we got some extra books in a bookcase. But behind these are BuildCraft facades, is all of the logistics pipes, and it feeds pretty much everything in. And then I got a request pipe here, Mark II, so I don't have to use a wrench on it, and I can request stuff. And this is my all of my Mistcraft chest, and in addition to that, I have the LP system set up to automatically keep 11 bottles of enchanting in here, and I can use those in the ink mixer to get interlinking. And we did this before, and it didn't work when I tried it. So basically I started off with like 6 bottles of enchanting, stuck them in there, didn't get interlinking. Got it every once in a while, but not very often. And I kept upgrading to 1 more. So 6 didn't work consistently, I did 7. 7 didn't work consistently, I did 8. Until I got up to 11 bottles of enchanting. Seems to be pretty much interlinking all the time. And if it stops being interlinking all the time, I'm just going to make this thing stock it with 12. So we're going to keep doing that. And the bottles of enchanting come from MFR mob essence. And I got plenty of that, because the cows when they breed get mob essence, and then there's that mob farm over at World Spawn. We're all good. And then there's my toolbox chest in here. I've slept in this bed, so this is my spawn point. If I break a bed somewhere, I will spawn back here. And if I break a bed and spawn back here, I can just walk over here and mobs won't take the elevator down, but I can, and I'll be back in here, access to everything. So I figured this is a good place to do this until, well, even if we get a permanent base thing, it'll be set up pretty nice. I think it looks pretty cool. We got some paintings in there. This inverted sky block, there's actually space up here, and I did this row, because this is where the sun sets and the sun rises. And I had the sky blocks along this row too, but it felt really claustrophobic because it made it feel like the room was only too tall even though it's 3. But yeah, we played with that a little bit. And then I have a linking book to World Spawn, but it's not, or to the starter base, but it's not that far from here. So one of the things I wanted to do is I wanted to build something. So I built something. We have a pretty much vanilla bridge. A bridge going across the water. I had a bunch of willow from the biome that we got sky power in. There's willow trees, so I used a bunch of willow. We got pillars which are connected with stone into the ground. We got some of these railcraft lamps. I used the Bizzle stone because I have a ton of Bizzle stone. These look pretty cool. And what bridge would not be complete without U.S. Coast Guard navigational waterway? So, I don't know if I've mentioned this in previous LPs, but I live on the water, do a lot of boating, and these are the lights for bridges. So when you go by a bridge in a U.S. coastal waterway, there's red lights next to where the bridge pillars go down, and that means when you're in your boat, you're not supposed to go near there, and then the green light is in the middle where the channel is. So if we go by this by boat, we just have to follow the green lights. And I did the same thing over here. And these are inverted cage lamps from Project Red, which means they turn on, they don't need a redstone signal to be on. So there's that. And then this just takes us back over to the starter base. So I thought that was kind of cool. Just build a little something. I don't know how useful that'll be or if I'll use it very often, but I think it looks kind of neat. And then I've been clearing more stuff out of the starter base. We're down. I cleared off all this damn IC2 crop stuff. I realized there's a machine that you can build that plate smashes for you, but we don't like IC2. It's a mod developer thing, and the infamous Gregorius T of GregTech infamy is one of the mod devs for IC2 Experimental, which is what's in this pack. And he made it all GregTech-y. Yuck. And everybody, Team C of H, man, those guys rock. They did a number with the Redstone Flux API. They worked that thing out awesome. So universal electricity. If anybody knows anything at all about modded Minecraft, universal electricity was a thing, and this mod maker developed the universal electricity, tried to make it universal. But apparently he was not the nicest person about it, and so nobody adopted it really well. And Team C of H, those guys did Redstone Flux, and they, open sourced the API and made it available, and those guys are pretty friendly in the developer community apparently. I don't have any first-hand experience with that, but they set that thing up, and they made it pretty easily available, so everybody's adopted it. It works with applied energistics. It converts into buildcraft power, so you got that pretty easy. This new Ender.io mod that we're using uses it, so all that stuff works. It works through tesseracts. Obviously, tesseracts are thermal expansion. The Rika's rotary craft, you can convert to and from RF, so we got that going on. Pretty much everybody's jumped on the RF bandwagon because Redstone Flux, baby. It rocks. So yeah, we like Redstone Flux. Let's see, that's world spawn. This will take us back to Sky Power. So yeah, pretty much Redstone Flux. I can do all my machines off of it. I can energy bridge it. I can, here's logistics pipes. This is a logistics pipe thing, and it needs power, and Redstone Flux, baby. You can convert RF to MJs if you need to. For the laser wall, we did that. This thing here, it says MJs, but it takes in RF and converts it to MJs, so it's all good. This applied energistics works really well. Ender.io, TE3 machines work. It's awesome. MFR, all the MFR stuff, Redstone Flux, baby. So we're golden with that. And we're going to have to get out of here because this place is so laggy. And I've decided that I'm just going to skip the lag. Because I mentioned I did mod updates. What's Pimp My Village look like? Check it out. Elvis is in here. Hey Elvis. What's up, buddy? But yeah, all the mod stuff has been working out really well. There's update my damn chunk errors. But this Redstone Flux stuff works out pretty decent. I think so. One of the reasons why it's still laggy on Skyline, and I think I'm just gonna have to live with it, is the modded Minecraft community is going through a lot of changes right now. A whole lot of changes. One of the things that's happening is Minecraft changed from 1.5 to 1.6. It changed a whole lot. And what they did was they changed the way that you can mod Minecraft. So they changed the APIs, the programming interface, for mods to use. How did I lose my pants? This is so... And how did I get a... Oh. Everything's so buggy in here. Let's take a nap. But they changed the way that all the mods work. Sleep. Oh, apparently it's not night yet. We'll wait for the sun to go down. So all the mods work differently now in Minecraft than they did in the 1.5. And so everybody's transitioning to, all of the mod developers are trying to get everything to work with 1.6. But then Minecraft's on 1.7 and they're working on 1.8. And it's all different in 1.7 and 1.8. So now the mod devs are all simultaneously making their mods work with 1.6 and with 1.7 and looking at 1.8. So there's a lot of changes in the mod community. And I think one of the problems is the 1.6 mods are pretty much like a transitional phase. Everybody's trying to get 1.7 compatibility in. So the 1.6 mods don't have a whole lot of support. I mean, a little bit, but not a lot. So I think we're stuck with Leg Island power island over there doing lag. But that's fine because it's local lag. We're just going to ignore it. I've been lag busters. I've been trying to troubleshoot the lag forever, and I'm just giving up. What we're going to do is we're going to play with what the fun mods are in this mod pack. And then when the 1.7 stuff stabilizes and gets going, we'll switch over to 1.7. I imagine there'll be better support in 1.7. But that's the plan. Because you saw this stuff, it all got buggy and yeah. And I'm holding that Yeta wrench from Ender.io, which is awesome, but it's not a tool. You can't attack with it. It doesn't do any good. Where's my flux infused battle wrench? Let's take a look. So we got to jump over back to Leg Island. Let's go over there. So here's these Ender.io conduits. Well, here's a functionality that's in Minecraft now. So I have a Yeta wrench in slot 1. If I put my cursor here and I press the 1 button, whatever's in slot 1 will go to where my cursor is. See, Yeta wrench goes there. Pretty simple stuff. There's a bug. If I put my mouse here and I press the 1 button, the Yeta wrench will go into the insertion filter, disappear from here, but the Yeta wrench that shows up here will be a ghost, not the actual Yeta wrench. And that's how I lost my TE3 pick, or my Inva battle wrench. So I went ahead and made everything else up I need for another flux infused battle wrench. And I did all that off camera because it's a little grindy and I haven't automated any of the stuff for that. But I should be able to pop this in here. And it should go through the charger. Are you charging? No, you're not. I gotta program you still. It should have gone into this chest. Okay. And then we'll teach it to charge. So, come on. Come on, let me in. Let me in, let me in. This is the energetic infuser. And we'll teach it to stick you in there. And then, oh yeah, and then we taught the pulverizers. It's kind of scary because this is the gray channel in, and that's the pulverizers. Is it gray or light gray? It's light gray. Oh, that's the segmels. So the segmels are set to ignore, to blacklist these guys. But the cool thing that appears to work is that the segmels actually won't insert the TE tool. Like you can't stick it in a segmel. So even though it's a little scary to put my RF tools into the chest that gets segmelled, that gets pulverized basically, it seems to work without any problems, and that was easier than making a separate chest. So now if we do that, should have gone through the infuser, and when it gets fully charged, it's going to pop back up in there. There we go. So now we got our flex infused battle wrench. And I think we'll stick this guy in here, and it's going to go into the Ender.io chest. So yeah, that's what happened to the flux infused battle wrench. More bugs. So that's where we're at with the series. I've been basically playing beta tester for the mod packs, and I'm done playing beta tester for the mod packs. You guys don't want to see all that. You guys don't want to see me spend all my time troubleshooting power production and storage stuff. So we're not going to do that anymore. We're going to find a cool place and set up a big huge base, and then we're going to start playing with mods. So Gendustry, this scooperator is just the tip of the iceberg. Gendustry has a whole bunch of new stuff that we can do with bees and trees and all the forestry stuff, and pretty much automate it all. And for the tools that use, EU, we can stick them in the universal charger, but I'm pretty sure all the machines either run off Buildcraft or RF, so we can do that. This advanced genetics, I barely touched advanced genetics. I've mentioned it before, and I did build the scraper, and I actually used the scraper, because what you do is use the scraper on mobs to collect their DNA, and then you build the machines and do stuff with that. So I know that you can get flight with advanced genetics, so I scraped some bats. I got these skin scales, and I just kept scraping bats, and they don't stack. So I got a whole, you know, most of a chest full of scraper stuff, but we're going to have to play with advanced genetics now, because I'm ready to have fun with mods. And then we still haven't touched Thaumcraft. Thaumcraft 4 is all new. There's a bunch of stuff we can do. I'm not sure how any of this stuff works. This is how you make wands. Scribing tools and paper to get this research. Yeah, so we'll get into some Thaumcraft stuff. Modular power suits. I got tons of iron now. We can query a Mistcraft age and get all the resources we need. We'll play with modular power suits. We'll make it fly, and it's got the hover, you know, the glider thing on there. We'll do that. This is a normal query. We still have to build a Query Plus. There's a whole bunch of Query Plus stuff you can do. There's Query Plus and Pump Plus and a whole bunch of stuff. You can get it to pump lava. You know, built-in pumping lava when the Query Plus goes off. So we can do that. We can fill up a Tycho thing with lava or do whatever we need to do. That'll be awesome. There's a bunch of mods we can play with, and I'm ready to play with mods. I'm done being beta tester. I understand 1.6 Minecraft mod stuff is kind of a transition thing, and I'm done troubleshooting it. I'm ready to play with it. So what we're going to do for the rest of the series is we're going to play with all of the fun mods that are in this mod pack. We're going to have a blast. We're going to do something far away from Slag Island in the sky, and we're going to let it produce power. It produces a ton of power. It produces enough charcoal that I can fire up another big boiler. It produces enough biofuel that I can fire up a big liquid fuel boiler. We can get into some reactor stuff. Maybe we'll turn on ReactorCraft and play with Rika's reactor, because that looks like it'd be really cool. We're ready to do some fun mods. So that's my update for now. We're done playing troubleshooting. So I hope you guys are ready for some fun, because we're going to get in some fun mods now. We're going to have a blast. We're going to play like we're supposed to play. It's a game. We're supposed to play. So we're going to hook some stuff up, play with some open blocks and a bunch of other stuff. And the next time we do Minecraft, it will be fun. We'll have a lot of fun. So thanks everybody for watching. Thanks everybody who likes and subscribes. I still need more subs. We got to get 100 subs so I can do a 100 sub special. In the meantime, thanks everybody for watching, and we'll catch you guys later.